Did you know that falls are the leading cause of injury among adults over 65, sending more than 3 million seniors to emergency rooms each year? But here's what your doctor probably isn't telling you. Nearly all of these falls are preventable. I'm talking about Richard, a 73-year-old former construction worker who fell 3 times in 6 months despite being in relatively good health. After discovering these 5 hidden mistakes we're about to discuss, he hasn't had a single fall in over 2 years. The 4th mistake is something 87% of older adults do every single day without realizing it's sabotaging their balance. Stay with me, because this information might just save you or someone you love from a life-altering injury. Welcome back to Life Advice for Older People, where we tackle the real challenges of aging with practical solutions that actually work. Today, we're diving into something that affects nearly everyone as they age: balance. Balance isn't just about preventing embarrassing moments. It's about maintaining your independence and quality of life. When Richard came to me after his 3rd fall, he was terrified of ending up in a nursing home. "I've always been independent," he told me. "The thought of needing full-time care because I can't trust my own 2 feet keeps me up at night." What Richard discovered, and what I'm about to share with you, changed everything for him. These aren't complicated medical treatments or expensive equipment. There are simple mistakes that nearly every older adult makes without realizing the impact on their stability and coordination. Before we dive in, let me ask you this. Have you noticed your balance isn't what it used to be? Maybe you've caught yourself wobbling when getting up from a chair or feeling unsteady when walking on uneven surfaces. If so, drop a comment below and let me know which situation makes you feel most unstable. And if you're watching this for a loved one, this information is absolutely crucial to share with them. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why balance deteriorates with age and the specific actions you can take starting today to rebuild your confidence and stability. Let's get into the first hidden mistake that's sabotaging your balance. Mistake number 1: the medication mystery. The first hidden culprit behind balance problems is sitting right in your medicine cabinet. Many common medications prescribed to older adults can severely impact your balance, and most doctors never mention this side effect. Let me tell you about Carlos, a 68-year-old retired teacher who was experiencing mysterious dizzy spells. He'd been on blood pressure medication for years without issues, but when his doctor added a new medication for his mild anxiety, the dizziness began. Neither Carlos nor his doctor connected the dots until Carlos brought a complete list of his medications to a pharmacist for review. The shocking truth is that many commonly prescribed medications have dizziness, lightheadedness, or balance disruption as side effects. These include blood pressure medications, especially when first starting or changing dosage, sleep aids, and anti-anxiety medications, certain pain relievers, some over-the-counter allergy medications, medications for diabetes management. What makes this particularly dangerous is the compound effect. While one medication might cause minimal dizziness, combining several, as many older adults do, can amplify the effect dramatically. Have you ever felt dizzy after taking your medications? Share your experience in the comments below. Your insight might help someone else identify this issue in their own life. The solution isn't to stop taking your prescribed medications. That could be dangerous. Instead, follow these 3 critical steps. 1. Create a complete list of every medication you take, including prescription, over-the-counter, and supplements. Many people forget about those daily vitamins or occasional sleep aids, but they all matter. Schedule a medication review appointment with your doctor or pharmacist. Bring your complete list and specifically ask about balance-related side effects. Request this exact phrase: "I'm concerned about medication-induced balance problem. Can we review my medications with this specific concern in mind?" 3. Discuss potential alternatives or adjusted dosing schedule. Sometimes taking certain medications at night instead of morning can minimize daytime balance issues. In Carlos's case, switching to a different anxiety medication eliminated his dizziness completely. Remember, you are your own best advocate. If your doctor dismisses your concerns, seek a second opinion or consult with a pharmacist who specializes in geriatric care. But there's an important timing element to this mistake as well. Many balance-affecting medications are most potent 1 to 2 hours after taking them. So if you need to navigate stairs or walk on uneven surfaces, try to avoid doing so during your medication's peak effect time. Mistake number 2. The hydration blunder. The second hidden mistake devastating your balance is chronic mild dehydration. This silent saboteur affects up to 40% of older adults and can dramatically impact your stability. Meet Sylvia, a vibrant 77-year-old who started experiencing sudden bouts of dizziness, especially when standing up quickly. Her doctor ran numerous tests, inner ear examinations, blood pressure monitoring, even an MRI, finding nothing conclusive. It wasn't until Sylvia worked with a physical therapist who specialized in vestibular issues that they uncovered the simple truth. Sylvia was chronically dehydrated. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes significantly. Research shows that by age 65, many people experience only 40% of the thirst signals they did in their 30s. Adding to this problem, many older adults intentionally limit fluid intake to reduce bathroom trips or manage incontinence concern. The science behind this is fascinating and rarely discussed. When you're dehydrated, even mildly, your blood volume decreases. This leads to lower blood pressure, reduced flow to the brain, and ultimately compromised balance and coordination. The inner ear, your body's balance center, is particularly sensitive to hydration levels, as fluid balance within the ear directly impacts how well it functions. Do you keep track of how much water you drink daily? Or do you find yourself going hours without any fluids? Share your hydration habits in the comments below. But here's where most advice goes wrong. Simply telling older adults to drink more water isn't effective or nuanced enough. Here's a better approach. 1. Understand that hydration isn't just about water. Many fruits and vegetables contribute significantly to your fluid intake. Foods like watermelon, cucumbers, oranges, and even lettuce can provide substantial hydration. 2. Develop hydration routines. Rather than trying to force down large amounts of water sporadically, Sylvia began keeping a small 4oz glass by her kitchen sink, bathroom sink, and bedside table. Her rule became simple. Every time she passed one of these stations, she would drink the small glass and refill it. This approach made hydration manageable without overwhelming her system or causing excessive bathroom trips. 3. Watch for warning signs of dehydration. Dry mouth, especially in the morning, dark urine, headaches, and feeling lightheaded when standing up. These are your body's signals that it needs more fluids. A practical tip that worked wonders for Sylvia was keeping a daily hydration journal. For just 1 week, she was shocked to discover she sometimes went 6 to 7 hours without any fluid intake. This awareness alone helped her develop better habits. For those concerned about increased nighttime bathroom trips, try front-loading your hydration. Consume about 70% of your daily fluids before 5:00 p.m., and then taper off in the evening hour. The transformation in Sylvia's balance after implementing these hydration strategies was remarkable. Within just 2 weeks, her episodes of dizziness when standing decreased by nearly 80%. And here's what's fascinating. Proper hydration also improved her cognitive function and energy levels. Mistake number 3. The footwear fallacy. The third hidden mistake sabotaging your balance is wearing what I call compromised footwear. Shoes that seem comfortable or convenient, but are actually undermining your stability with every step. Consider the story of William, a 71-year-old retiree who loved his daily walks, but started noticing increased wobbling and near falls, especially when navigating curbs or slightly uneven sidewalks. William had recently switched to wearing convenient slip-on loafers and comfortable slippers around the house, a seemingly innocent change that was having serious consequences for his balance. The truth is, your feet are your foundation. They contain over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments, plus 33 joints and 26 bones in each foot. This complex system provides critical sensory information to your brain about your position in space, information that directly impacts your balance. As we age, the nerve endings in our feet become less sensitive, a condition called peripheral neuropathy that affects up to 30% of adults over 65 to some degree. This natural change means we need more support and sensory input from our footwear, not less. What type of shoes do you typically wear around the house? And do you notice a difference in your stability based on your footwear? Share your experience in the comments below. The footwear mistakes that most severely impact balance include wearing backless shoes like slippers, slides, or mules. These require your toes to constantly grip to keep the shoe on, altering your natural gait and reducing stability. Wearing shoes with cushioning that's too soft. While cloud-like cushioning feels comfortable, it actually diminishes the sensory feedback your feet send to your brain. Your nervous system needs to feel the ground to properly adjust your posture and balance. Wearing shoes with smooth, worn-out, or slippery soles. The traction pattern on your shoes is critically important, especially on wet or smooth surfaces. Wearing shoes with elevated heels. Even the modest heel on many men's dress shoes shifts your center of gravity forward, forcing your body to constantly compensate. The solution requires being strategic about your footwear choices. For everyday wear, look for shoes with these 5 critical features. 1. A closed heel that securely holds your foot. 2. A wide, stable base. Avoid narrow or tapered toe boxes. 3. A thin but firm sole that allows sensory feedback. 4. A textured tread pattern for reliable traction. 5. A secure fastening system, laces, strong Velcro, or buckle. For home footwear, avoid the traditional slipper. Instead, consider dedicated house shoes with proper support and secure fit. William switched to supportive slip-on shoes with a firm heel cup for home use and saw immediate improvement in his stability. A physical therapist taught William a brilliant test to evaluate his footwear, the twist test. Take the shoe in your hands and try to twist it as if wringing out a towel. If it twists easily, it lacks the structural support needed for optimal balance. A good stability shoe will resist this twisting motion. Within 3 weeks of changing his footwear, William reported feeling planted again. His confidence returned, and those worrying wobbles diminished significantly. Mistake number 4. The strength surrender. The 4th critical mistake decimating your balance is what I call the strength surrender. The gradual acceptance of muscle loss as an inevitable part of aging, when in reality, it's largely preventable and reversible. Let me introduce you to Sophia, an 81-year-old grandmother who had accepted her declining balance as just part of getting older. She had stopped activities she loved like gardening and dancing because she no longer trusted her balance. When her granddaughter convinced her to work with a senior fitness specialist, they discovered something shocking. Sophia had lost nearly 40% of her lower body strength, most of which had nothing to do with age and everything to do with disuse. Here's the scientific reality that most healthcare providers don't adequately explain. After age 50, we naturally lose about 1 to 2% of our muscle mass per year if we do nothing to prevent it. This condition, called sarcopenia, particularly affects what we call the balance muscles, the core, hips, and lower legs. What makes this mistake so insidious is that strength declines gradually. You don't wake up one day suddenly unable to balance. It happens so slowly that most people attribute it to normal aging rather than recognizing it as a reversible condition. Have you noticed activities that used to be easy now require more effort or cause more unsteadiness? Share your experience in the comments. The 3 muscle groups most critical for balance are 1. Core muscles. Not just the abs you can see, but the deep stabilizing muscles like the transverse abdominis. These muscles create a stable center from which all movement originates. 2. Hip muscles, particularly the gluteus medius. This often neglected muscle on the side of your hip prevents the pelvis from dropping when you lift one foot, which is essential for walking stability. 3. Ankle and lower leg muscles, which make countless micro-adjustments every second you're standing to keep you balanced. The traditional approach to exercise for older adults often focuses on very gentle seated activities that fail to challenge these crucial balance muscles. Sophia's program took a different approach with these 3 principles. Progressive resistance training, starting with just body weight and gradually adding resistance as strength improves. For Sophia, this began with simple sit-to-stand exercises from a chair, eventually progressing to bodyweight squats. Multi-directional movements. Traditional exercise often focuses on forward movement, but balance requires stability in all directions. Sophia's program incorporated sidestepping, backward walking, and diagonal movements. Proprioceptive challenges. These are exercises that require your body to know where it is in space. Something as simple as standing on one foot while waiting for the kettle to boil can dramatically improve balance over time. What's remarkable is how quickly the body responds to these challenges, even in advanced age. After just 6 weeks, Sophia had improved her functional strength by 22% and reduced her fear of falling score by nearly 40%. The key insight is this: you don't need intense workouts or gym memberships to rebuild these critical balance muscles. Consistency with the right exercises is far more important than intensity. A simple daily routine that Sophia adopted included 10 sit-to-stand movements every time she used the bathroom, sidestepping while brushing her teeth, practicing standing on one foot near a counter for safety while waiting for the microwave, rising up onto her toes 20 times while washing dishes. These simple habits, integrated into daily life, rebuild the exact muscles needed for improved balance without requiring dedicated workout time. The transformation for Sophia was profound. Not only did her physical balance improve, but her confidence returned. She resumed gardening, joined a senior dance class, and even reported feeling mentally sharper, a known benefit of improved physical stability. Mistake number 5. The vision vulnerability. The 5th hidden mistake undermining your balance is what I call the vision vulnerability. Failing to recognize and address how profoundly vision changes affect your stability and spatial awareness. Consider Michael, a 69-year-old retired accountant who prided himself on staying active. He had maintained his strength through regular walking and even light weightlifting, yet his balance was mysteriously deteriorating. After several concerning near falls, especially when transitioning between differently lit areas, he discovered an unexpected culprit: progressive changes in his vision that his annual eye exams hadn't fully addressed. What most people don't realize is that vision contributes up to 70% of the sensory information your brain uses for balance. Your balance system relies on a complex integration of signals from your eyes, inner ears, and proprioceptors, position sensors in your muscles and joints. When vision degrades, even subtly, the entire system becomes compromised. Have you noticed balance issues in specific visual environments, like dim restaurants, bright sunlight, or when looking down at patterned floors? Share your experiences in the comments below. The vision changes most damaging to balance include: 1. Reduced depth perception. As we age, the ability to accurately judge distances naturally diminishes. This makes navigating steps, curbs, and uneven surfaces particularly challenging. 2. Decreased contrast sensitivity. This lesser-known visual change makes it difficult to distinguish edges where surfaces meet, like where a step ends or where the floor transitions to a rug. 3. Delayed adaptation to lighting changes. Older eyes take significantly longer to adjust when moving between bright and dark areas, creating moments of temporary visual disorientation. 4. Visual field narrowing. Our peripheral vision naturally shrinks with age, reducing spatial awareness and the ability to detect obstacles. The standard eye exam and prescription glasses address visual acuity, reading the eye chart, but often fail to fully correct these more subtle visual processing issues that affect balance. For Michael, the solution involved several specialized approaches, working with an optometrist who specializes in vision and balance issues. This specialist prescribed what are called balance-optimized lenses that specifically enhance depth perception and contrast sensitivity, even sacrificing some reading clarity for better spatial awareness when moving. Implementing strategic lighting modifications in his home, Michael installed automatic nightlights, creating gentle pathways between his bedroom and bathroom, eliminated glare sources, and added contrast strips to stair edges. Practicing visual training exercises designed to improve visual processing and eye tracking ability. One simple exercise involved following a moving object with his eyes while keeping his head still, gradually increasing the speed. Adopting specific strategies for high-risk visual situations. For example, when entering a dimly lit restaurant from bright daylight, Michael learned to pause in the transition zone, giving his eyes time to adapt before moving further. Using proper sunglasses outdoors. Not just any sunglasses, but ones that reduce glare while preserving contrast, typically amber or brown-tinted lenses rather than dark gray or green. What surprised Michael most was discovering that some of his balance issues occurred because he was unconsciously relying on bifocal or progressive lenses when navigating stairs. These lenses create a distortion zone that can make steps appear closer or further than they actually are. For activities requiring precise depth perception, single vision distance glasses prove much safer. Do you wear bifocals or progressive lenses? Have you noticed any balance challenges when using them on stairs? This insight could be crucial for many watching. Within 2 months of implementing these vision-focused strategies, Michael reported a dramatic improvement in his confidence navigating challenging environments. His near falls decreased by over 90%, and he no longer avoided activities in difficult visual conditions like evening social gatherings. The final transformation. This brings us to an important point. Many balance assessments by healthcare providers focus almost exclusively on strength and inner ear function, completely overlooking the critical role of vision. If you're experiencing balance concerns, specifically request a vision evaluation as well. The science is clear. Optimizing vision can improve balance more quickly than almost any other intervention, yet it remains one of the most overlooked aspects of fall prevention. Now that we've uncovered these 5 hidden mistakes, medication mysteries, hydration blunders, footwear fallacies, strength surrenders, and vision vulnerabilities, let's talk about the remarkable transformations possible when you address them. Remember Richard from the beginning of our video? After identifying that he was making 4 of these 5 mistakes, he implemented the solutions we've discussed. Within just 3 months, his stability improved so dramatically that he resumed hiking moderate trails, something he'd given up years before. His confidence returned, and with it, his joy for life's adventures. What's most powerful about addressing these hidden balance saboteurs is the compound effect. When Richard optimized his medications, improved his hydration, changed his footwear, strengthened his balance muscles, and addressed his vision issues, the combined impact was far greater than any single change could produce. The transformation extends far beyond physical stability. When your balance improves, your confidence soars. When confidence returns, social isolation diminishes. Your world literally expands as you feel comfortable exploring and engaging again. Mary, another viewer who implemented these changes after watching our previous balance video, sent me this message. For 2 years, I've been declining invitations to my grandchildren's school events because I was terrified of falling in public. After 3 months of following your advice, I attended my granddaughter's piano recital last week. The look on her face when she saw me in the audience was worth every bit of effort. I have my life back. This is why addressing balance isn't just about preventing falls. It's about reclaiming the richness of life that balance concerns steal from so many older adults. The journey to better balance begins with awareness, continues specific actions, and results in renewed freedom. If this information resonated with you, take these 3 simple steps right now. Hit the like button so more people can discover this potentially life-saving information. Share this video with someone you care about who might be experiencing balance challenges. Your action today could prevent a serious fall tomorrow. Leave a comment telling me which of these 5 hidden mistakes surprised you the most. I read every comment and respond personally to as many as I can. Thanks for watching, where we believe that with the right information, your golden years can be your best.